Siddharth Malhotra. Hello, Siddharth.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Hello, very good, thank you.
You're welcome. You're looking fantastic.
Lovely, thank you. Yeah, you just stole my style, yeah, the same t-shirt. What's with that? Yeah, same designer, same stylist. God, I have competition now on stage, huh?
Looking good, looking good.
Wait, I'll get back to you now.
So we all are here today to be a part of the unveiling of the Tourism New Zealand's new marketing campaign for 100% pure New Zealand.
Kia ora. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Hello everybody. Kia ora, Sid.
Kia ora.
Siddharth, very good to see you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for giving up part of your day to join us here. We're really excited. Hello? Is that better? Can you hear me?
Oh, they're talking about the lights.
Yeah, you've got lights.
Oh, I thought you said mic. Sorry, the lights. Sorry, right. Back to the start. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. My name's Stephen Dixon. I'm the Regional Manager for Tourism New Zealand. And I'm really excited to be here today to talk about Siddharth's second trip down to New Zealand. We're going to share with you the amazing video content from that trip. We're also going to unveil our new 100% pure brand campaign, Every Day a Different Journey, which will start on the 1st of February. So I thought that I would just kick off by talking a little bit about our brand, Tourism New Zealand, which is 100% pure New Zealand. It's a campaign that's been running for 17 years. It's the oldest destination campaign in the world. We would like to say it's the most successful, but we're not biased. And really, the 1st of February is where we will use the assets from Siddharth's visit down to New Zealand to launch our new campaign. We will execute the campaign in this market, predominantly through digital channels, through our global partnerships with Facebook and with Google. And we're really excited about that. And look, it's a good news story for New Zealand tourism at this stage. There's never been more people coming to New Zealand on holiday. We had around about 3.4 million international visitors coming to New Zealand, which is an amazing number for a small country like New Zealand. That's the most amount. That's 11% up on last year, which was also our biggest year. It's a huge driver of New Zealand's economy. Around about $14.5 billion goes into the New Zealand economy. It's our biggest foreign export earner. So we're really happy with the progress. And look, India is absolutely a key market for us within our portfolio of markets. It's a source market for us. It's within our top 10 markets. And recently we reached over 50,000 arrivals. So for us, that's the most amount of Indians that have come to New Zealand ever in history. So we're really excited about that. And we know that Siddharth's association with the brand has an absolutely massive impact in this market and encouraging lots of Indians to come to New Zealand. The last time Siddharth went down to New Zealand, it generated over 1,000 unique articles and certainly encouraged people to either come to New Zealand or have New Zealand as their preferred destination should they decide to come down. So we're really excited. So for us to have the opportunity to continue to work with Siddharth and to have him back down in New Zealand was what we say in New Zealand, a no-brainer. Siddharth is part of our family, part of the global Tourism New Zealand family, but also part of New Zealand. He's very much loved in New Zealand wherever he goes. So today I realise that you're not here to listen or to look at me. Clearly all the cameras are pointing the other way. So I won't keep talking for too much longer. But before I hand it over to the man in the spotlight, I thought it would be a good opportunity for us to just recap and have a look at Siddharth's amazing trip down to New Zealand and all of the fun, exciting things that he had to do, all the humour that he had with the New Zealand locals, and to experience part of the culture, which for us is absolutely everything what a New Zealand holiday is about. So without further ado, I think we might roll to the video.
I'd like to say something about the video.
Yes, good afternoon everyone. Lights. They're waiting for lights first. Okay, I think that's enough light. Good afternoon everyone. Well, I think some amazing memories have come back from my second trip this year around. And as he said, this is not my first trip to New Zealand. Very excited to be a part of the same campaign, which I really believe in, which I enjoy, which is 100% pure New Zealand. And right here, I think this is the easiest trip that I had to make, because this was they didn't have to convince me at all. I was happy, really happy and excited to go once again. And I think first of all, just to say, the reason I'm here first is not purely talking about a particular, say, country. I think first of all, just to say how in our upbringing and everybody else, you know, who's born and brought up in India, how important it is to travel. I think travel is what travel is the first thing that makes you richer. You know, it's the only experience that can make you grow. And I endorse that, and I feel all of us around here need to first get out and experience things and travel. And now if you're looking for a place, New Zealand is the best place to go, where you get everything possible. Yeah, so it's very difficult for me to pick my most, say, favorite place, most exciting activity. I think बहुत कुछ करा इस नए trip पे. I met some interesting people, very, very exciting people, as you can see in the video. As soon as I landed, there were kids who were performing on my songs. You know, there were Brendan and Stephen who came there to receive me. Extremely warm, extremely, excited again to host you and take you around their country and city. I went to Christchurch for the first time. I went to Rotorua for the first time. I met, which I'm a big fan of, is the New Zealand All Blacks. Richie McCaw, you know, who's one of their legendary, rugby players. And he's given up, sadly he's given up rugby though. He's flying helicopters now. And he's very passionate about it. So it's very good to take a trip with him. And do some rugby, throwing some ball around with him. And loads, yeah, I saw so many more things. There were we cooked a meal at the Natural Geezers, which was like a hot pool outside. It was amazing to cook.
What type of ingredients did you have in the food?
We had a wide variety, from fish to vegetables. And it was pretty cool to actually see that it's a natural hot geyser, which is, I don't know how many degrees Celsius. It's pretty hot to cook something.
It's hot. Yeah, it's hot degrees.
And it was exciting to just dip your food in. It was like, ab dubki marte to boil hoke bahar nikalta hai. And we were eating it outside. So it was, it saves electricity. It's natural. So I think all these interesting things that just make you, experience new things, always add to you. And that's what I think I have to thank New Zealand first, that they've added so much to me. And my personality and my headspace with these two trips. So thank you guys for having me second year around.
No problem.
And thank you for all the wonderful experiences. And looking forward to go maybe many, many more times.
Yeah, thank you. Siddharth, I am interested to know a little more about some of the people that you met when you were down in New Zealand. You mentioned Stephen and Brendan. If you could just sort of elaborate a little bit more on who those people are. I'm sure the audience already knows who they are, but...
Oh, in India, I don't think they need an introduction,
and the types
Stephen
of activities.
Yeah. But if I had to just take, as soon as I think about those boys, I think they remind me of like how every team is. Like, you go back to your school days, they pull each other's legs. They're extremely sporting, very informative about, their homeland. And we played cricket at the Oval Ground, which was exciting, which is where the opening of the World Cup had happened. So I was there, luckily. And then I took those guys on a bike ride, on a Harley Davidson bike ride, which was very exciting once again. And I got a bat from Brendan. He was sweet enough to give me a bat, which has a very cool name on it, which is, it's an interesting story. Brendan's very fond of horses. So Brendan has names his bat according to his favorite horses. So I have a specially signed bat from Brendan, which has his horse's name actually. Loads and loads of memories of those boys, and hopefully I get to see them again.
Wonderful. And how about some of the adventure activities that you did down when you were in New Zealand this time?
For me, this time, which was very thrilling and exciting, was zip lining. we went to the forest and we zip-lined about 7 different zips and zip lines, and each of them had a different angle, a different length, and different speed to it. The longest one was, I think, goes on for about 30 seconds, and you go 50 kilometers an hour, which is about 10 stories high in the forest from one tree to the other. And yeah, it was exciting. It's very exciting to just look down and see the forest, and you're zipping through. And there's not only one, there's 7 of them, and it's a forest which is reserved, by the government. It's a forest that is preserved naturally, which is great. I think New Zealand has immense amount of respect for their environment, which is something that I feel we can learn also. So yeah, I think it was a complete and exciting experience.
Wonderful. Well, I know that everybody that was on the trip with you had an amazing time. And
I had a great team once again. Some of them are right here. So thank you, Carol, for taking me around everywhere for all those lunches and diet food. And yeah, hope to take you around in India now.
thank you.
But I also believe we had some kids dancing at the airport for you on your songs. Is that correct? Tell us about that.
Yes, that was as soon as I landed in Christchurch, and they were right there at the airport. There were a bunch of kids who came outside, dressed really coolly in Bollywood attire, doing some interesting moves, which I know. And yeah, they were performing in Chul and Kala Chashma, which was very sweet. I was looking for Brendan and Stephen, so they snuck out before I could call them in to dance. Sadly,
Smart people. Smart.
Well, you're not that lucky today, though. But still, yeah. So it was wonderful to just get to know that people over there watch your movies. They know Bollywood. They like your songs. They're very excited to have you there. And I think that's what represents New Zealand once again. Which is a very warm and welcoming country.
Wonderful.
Sounds so magical, really wonderful. So thank you so much for sharing all your experiences, Siddharth. And you've been setting some major holiday goals for all of us here. All right, so now we are here to unveil one of the 100% pure New Zealand campaign shots that features Siddharth, and that will be launched in India on the 1st of February 2017. So could we have both of you, Siddharth and Stephen, to come forward for the unveiling of the campaign picture, and may we have the picture on stage, please?
Sure. Wow, even I've not seen this. Are you sure it's safe to unveil right now?
Check it's you.
Maybe some, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Put it straight. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about where this is. Obviously, it's not in your backyard.
No, I wish I had a backyard like this. But that's actually Hobbiton. So I hope all of you have seen, Lord of the Rings series, the Hobbit series, and that is Bilbo Baggins' house. This is very exciting because I have seen these movies, and I was first excited to know that they shot in New Zealand, and when I was going there, it was the first thing I wanted to see. And this is actually the set that they built and which they've preserved for all of us to go and see there. All the fans of, the Lord of the Rings series, the Hobbit series, and that's actually Hobbiton and Bilbo Baggins' house. And as you can see, the detailing and the way they've preserved it is extremely exciting. And I actually was trying to get Bilbo and return this ring to him, hoping that he would take it in my precious. But yeah, unfortunately, he was not in that time. But yeah, an amazing place. I think everybody must go. It's just like going to that same world. It's like you're in a movie. It's like you're actually living on that set and in that world. So yeah, I'm a big fan. It was a big fan moment for me to be at this house and at this picture. So
And it's
thank you guys.
15 years ago today that the first Lord of the Rings movie
Oh, yeah. I know.
was launched into the market.
Wow, that's a long time back. But I just love the way you guys have preserved it. And I mean, maybe you guys can't see the detailing, but everything is as is in the film, which is again something commendable that you guys have preserved it.
Wonderful. And when we launch the campaign on February the 1st, you'll be able to see it close up in detail online. So save the space. Excellent.
Yeah.
If I had to describe this picture in one word, I would just...
Precious. Yes, exactly.
Right?
I didn't want to return my precious, but yeah.
It's beautiful. So that's wonderful. All right, so
And
now...
I fit in through the door, guys. It was exciting. I thought I won't, but
You managed.
I did fit in through the door.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Yes.
so it is built for hobbits
Spend
and
the night.
yeah,
Yep.
chill. That was nice. Good view, air conditioning. Yeah,
Affordable accommodation.
easiest.
Wonderful. All right, may we have this off the stage, please? This beautiful picture. So I
Thank
hope you've
you,
all
guys.
got your photographs. Yeah. Thank you. Now, moving forward, we have a really... Okay, so it's inspired by the well-known game Heads Up. And we've created a customized version based on New Zealand. So, Siddharth, are you up for the challenge?
Okay, so first of all, what's the game? Heads up.
Heads up. Yeah, I'm going to explain it to them.
Okay,
I'll just do a quick explanation.
So what do we do?
So basically, we will set a timer and we will have Siddharth hold up a card without looking at it. Stephen will give out clues about the word written on the card. And Siddharth will continue to guess until correct or until he decides to pass.
Okay. Yeah. So these are the
So I'm
cards.
going to come there and help you, Siddharth.
Okay, sure. Heads up.
So obviously I said that Siddharth is an honourable New Zealander, so these questions are a little bit tricky, a little bit difficult, and I'm going to make them up as I go along, actually. I'm not going to stick to any script. So Siddharth, are you ready for this challenge?
Yeah, ready? I think so.
You are?
Heads up.
Heads up.
All right. Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Thank you. All right, guys.
Good luck.
Let's see. So you guys can see the word, but I can't.
You can see.
So here it is.
Okay, it's really high up, and on your very first trip to New Zealand, you experienced this thrilling activity.
Skywalk.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that correct? All right. Oh, we need to have a ticker? Oh, okay. No, ऐसे भी खेलेंगे अच्छी बात है.
That stresses me out. Okay, right.
Okay,
the
number
bottom of the South Island. It's the adventure capital of the world.
Queenstown.
Yes, very good. Okay. This is a sacred Maori place in New Zealand where you can experience local culture, but you can also cook sweet corn in
The
hot
hot
pot.
geezers at the.
It sounds like te.
Tepua.
Yes.
Tepua.
Well
Yes.
At this place, they have 2 breakfasts every day. They have really big feet. You went into his whole...
Hobbiton.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Really big feet. Yeah.
You just mentioned this place before. Not Tapuia, very close by, the birthplace of tourism in New Zealand. Lots of culture, famous for mud pools.
For?
Mud pools. You went on the luge.
Oh, the luge. Rotorua.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I'm ready for my 3rd trip.
Okay. You rode a Harley Davidson in this city.
It was outside Christchurch.
No, but it's in Christchurch. Yes.
Oh, it's Christchurch. Oh, okay, yeah, Christchurch. Okay, I thought that was not the name. Okay, so let's see.
Okay, so this was where the opening of the 2015 World Cup,
The Oval Ground.
where we didn't win.
Yeah.
Hagley
Isn't that the correct answer? Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, the Hogley,
Correct.
the Hogley Oval. Okay.
New Zealand did not win. Okay.
Good luck.
This is a person you met who was a rugby captain of New Zealand All Blacks.
Richie McCaw.
Well done.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the capital city of New Zealand.
Oh, Wellington.
Yes. A lot of people think Okay, so this city is known as the City of Sails.
Auckland.
Auckland.
Yeah.
Does anybody know why it's called the City of Sails?
The number of sails there. People rather.
There's more people that
Sail than-
own boats there
than
per
cars,
capita
right? Yeah.
than anywhere else in the world.
Oh wow.
City of Sails.
Yeah.
Just thought that's general knowledge there. Okay. I heard
Okay.
a little birdie told me
Uh-huh.
that this possibly was one of your favourite activities in New Zealand.
A little what?
A little bird told me.
Oh. I made a friend. I made a penguin friend. Yeah.
Yes.
Made a penguin friend. Her name was, I've forgotten the name actually. Kari.
Yes,
Kari.
well done. Well
Kari.
done. Very good.
Yes, it is Kari. Yes.
This is our national team. Have broken more records around.
The All Blacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well done.
Come on, guys.
Okay, last one.
Yes.
This is actually quite a difficult one. This one. You went diving on your first trip to New Zealand.
Yes. Poor Night Islands.
Well done.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, right.
That's it. How did he go, folks? Pretty good?
Yeah, did I pass?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
think?
passed.
All right. Okay,
Yeah, well
great.
done. Very
I think now it's time to pay back now.
And this is
I have
the
a game
piece-
for you as well.
This is the piece I was
It's called
least looking forward to,
it's called Gilli Danda.
which is
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, actually more than that, not only you,
Excellent.
which I've never done, I would like to call people here in the media who have their kala chashmas on. If any of the guys who have their kala chashmas on,
join me. Please help
I
me.
keep performing for you guys. I think now it's time to get the people who are on stage. Jin kisi ke paas kala chashma hai, and if they like the song, come on stage and we'll do a small gig. तुम लोग kala chashma पहन के नहीं आए क्या? So come on stage now. Who's the media people who like the song and who know the steps? Come. Yeah, that works. Kala chashma works. That's a shade. Only 2 people have.
Please, some males as well.
What?
Sir,
That's fine. Purple.
sir.
As long as you have chashmas, sunglasses, we're not particular about thing. Do you have your sunglasses? Do you have your chashmas?
I do.
Mahesh, किसके पास है? आजा. किसके पास है? Come on, you can come on talk. Come on talk. Come, you have your shades on. Come. Hi,
We
what's
will
your name?
give private one-on-one
Hi, Shanti,
interviews
how are you?
to any male.
Your shades looking lovely. Hi, Sonia. How are you? Your shades are looking lovely. Oh, hello. Very
There's
cool.
a free trip to New Zealand for any
Hi.
male that
Hi,
wants to
Vandana.
come
How
up.
are you?
Oh,
Come.
that's a good offer.
What?
There's a free trip to New Zealand for any male that wants to come up and help me out.
Free trip to New Zealand, guys. None of the boys want to come and do Kala Chashma here.
Help me out.
Any of the photographer boys? Such a big, तो लोग रोज हमें आके एक one of you has to come here.
Even with such
Who's
a
the
tempting
dancer?
offer, I'm surprised.
Who's the dancer here? कौन है?
Where's Sachin? Where's Sachin? Sachin.
Sachin, Mahesh.
We need at least one guy, one man. At
I
least
need at
be a
least one of these
sport.
guys who are sitting
Just
in front.
one guy.
One guy.
Come on up.
Who
Come
has his
on.
Kala Chashma? इसको दो. We'll click. Okay, so now. And where's your Kala Chashma? Yeah, so you know the step?
No,
Okay,
no
that's
idea.
fine. Nor do I. So we'll be fine. At the same time, right here. Can we have the music, please? Thank you, girls. Thank you, ladies. And the boys have to come next time. The girls are far more sporting. Yeah, come. Thank you, buddy. एक ही boy है तू. तेरे दोस्त नहीं आते हैं.
boarding pass. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. That was so much of fun. The game, the dancing, I guess. This
you.
is like
That was
the perfect
really good.
ingredients.
It was like a Zumba class.
It was, yes, which I do often, actually.
Yeah.
Zumba. I do
It's sure
really
you've been
enjoy
taking
it.
lessons.
I do, yes.
Very good.
Might have injured my hamstring.
Did you pull your hamstring? You want to warm up before?
No, that was really, really so much fun. So thank you so much. We'd like you both to take your seats
Sure. Thank you.
once again. So 1 second, it's also a humble request to the media present here that please direct your questions to Siddharth only about his role as Tourism New Zealand brand ambassador as that's the reason we're gathered here today. So please stick to that and you may proceed.
हाय सिद्धार्थ, मेरा प्रश्न आपसे ये है
हाँ जी।
कि मतलब कि ट्रैवलिंग कितना लाइफ को अच्छा बनाता है और क्यों ज़रूरी है, और आपने ट्रैवलिंग करके क्या चीज़ अपने में पाया, ये बताएं।
आई थिंक बहुत ही अच्छा सवाल है। पहले जो शुरुआत मैंने इस इवनिंग की करी थी, इसी सवाल से करी थी कि यहाँ पे मैं सिर्फ ये ब्रांड या ये कंट्री प्रमोट करने नहीं आया। आई थिंक पहले मैं प्रमोट करने आया हूँ ट्रैवलिंग के लिए, कि बताना कि कितना जरूरी है हम सब के लिए ट्रैवल करना। बिकॉज अगर आप अपने घर से बाहर नहीं निकलते, ट्रैवल नहीं करते, तो आपकी जो सोच है, आपकी जो दुनिया है, वो छोटी ही रहती है। आई थिंक तो पहले अपनी दुनिया को बड़ा बनाने के लिए आपको घर से बाहर निकलना पड़ेगा, दुनिया देखनी पड़ेगी, ट्रैवल करना पड़ेगा, लोगों की कही सुनी पे आप ना बात माने और अपने ओन एक्सपीरियंसेस पे अगर आप कॉन्फिडेंस रखे तो वही एक इंडिविजुअल पर्सनालिटी बनाता है। तो आई थिंक आई डेफिनेटली इंडोर्स दैट कि ट्रैवलिंग करना बहुत ही जरूरी है। ट्रैवलिंग इज समथिंग दैट एड्स सो मच टू योर पर्सनालिटी। एंड वैसे मैंने कहा आई थिंक न्यूजीलैंड में कितनी चीजें मैंने देखी, या अगर इनकी जो नेचुरल ब्यूटी हो, अगर आप देखें कि किस तरह इनका जो रिस्पेक्ट है फॉर देयर फॉरेस्ट, दे हैव रिस्पेक्ट फॉर देयर यू नो वाइल्ड लाइफ, कैटल, पीपल, you know they have a lifestyle which is comparatively less stressful, you know, in terms of मतलब इनका कल्चर है। तो आई थिंक ऐसा कल्चर आप देखते हैं तो आपको भी सीखने को मिलता है कि यार यू हैव टू टेक सर्टेन डेज ऑफ इन अ वीक, यू हैव टू डू समथिंग व्हिच आल्सो रिलैक्सेस यू, गो आउट, डू फन एक्टिविटीज, एडवेंचर स्पोर्ट्स। इन सब चीज़ों के लिए आपको टाइम निकालना बहुत जरूरी है। दैट्स व्हाट आई हैव लर्नड। एंड इन सब चीज़ों में जो मज़ा आता है वो आपको करने से ही पता चलता है। आई कांट एक्सप्लेन यू कि कितना मज़ा आता है यू नो प्लेन से जंप लगाने में, वो आपको एक्सपीरियंस ही करना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज हर किसी का एक्सपीरियंस अलग होता है। तो आई हैव ऑल दैट टू थैंक फॉर टू न्यू जीलैंड एंड दीज गाइज फॉर मेकिंग मी डू ऑल दीज adventurous and cool and amazing things. So yeah, thank you guys once again.
Member of the press, Siddharth, your last.
Oh, what? Acha.
Yeah, when is the best time to visit New Zealand and why?
Anji, sorry.
When is the best time to visit?
When is the best time to visit New Zealand? I think New Zealand का जो मौसम है यहाँ से अलग है. They have a different weather pattern from us. Like it's when यहाँ पे ज़्यादा ठंड होती है, वहाँ comparatively it's warmer. So I think it's totally up to you whether you're going for you know the snow. You could ski. I know you could ski in June, July there, which is a great activity. And I know during say December or Jan, Feb is when it starts getting warmer, so you can get out more. So that's just completely up to you. I have gone there both times during November and October on that kind of period, and the weather's been pleasant. There is no such extreme weather that I felt. You know, वहाँ की एक तो हवा ही इतनी साफ है और अलग है जो हमारे यहाँ पे या जो दिल्ली से कंपैरेटिव है, तो आई थिंक कुछ कंपटीशन नहीं है. आप किसी भी मौसम में जाएंगे आपको डेफिनेटली पसंद आएगा, क्योंकि जैसे मैंने कहा आपको मैं कितना भी एक्सप्लेन कर लूँ आपको वहाँ जाके ही समझ आएगी. तो यू हैव टू एक्सपीरियंस इट.
Nation for international visitors, and our summer is January, February. It's a beautiful time, but it's quite busy. It's quite full. So some of the other times of the year to go would be much better in terms of having a real experience in New Zealand. So the sort of the shoulder seasons for us: March, April, May, June, even. Middle of winter is great. Very different from the temperatures that you would.
So when is winter in New Zealand exactly?
So July, August is the middle of
July,
our winter.
August. So
June, July, August.
यहाँ की गर्मियों की छुट्टियों में वहाँ पे आप ठंडी एक्सपीरियंस कर सकते हैं.
हमें बताया था कि आपको ट्रैकिंग का बहुत शौक रहा है और कॉलेज डेज से ही आपने काफी इंडिया घूमा है. तो इंडिया और न्यूजीलैंड, वहां पर आपको क्या डिफरेंस लगा? वहां का जो इंटीरियर है, वहां के जो लोग हैं, वो किस तरह के हैं, और इंडिया का जो जहाँ जहाँ आप घूमे हैं वहाँ वो उनमें क्या डिफरेंस है?
आई थिंक बहुत काफ़ी डिफरेंस है और काफ़ी सिमिलैरिटीज भी है। मेरे को जब पहली बार उन लोगों ने कियोरा बोला तो मुझे लगा पंजाबी में बात कर रहे हैं कि की हो रहा है भाई, तो पहले मुझे लगा कि ये लोग इनको भी पंजाबी आती है, बट दैट्स नॉट, इट वाज देयर लोकल लैंग्वेज। सो आई थिंक सिमिलैरिटीज और डिफरेंसेस तो हर शहर में होते हैं। यहाँ पे मुझे जो पहला दिखा, आई थिंक लाइफस्टाइल काफ़ी अलग है। यहाँ पे कल्चर है टू गो आउट मच मोर, टू एक्सपीरियंस द आउटडोर्स, बिकॉज दे ऑल्सो कैन एंड फैसिलिटीज है। यू नो इट्स नॉट सो स्ट्रेसफुल जो इंडिया में हो हमारा जो लाइफस्टाइल है, which is a great thing to learn. And you know, the people and all the activities also are there. People are far more qualified and you know, I would say in their safety measures are top notch, which is again different from India. I've done some kind of adventure sports, like if I've gone drafting India में, तो वहाँ के जो trainers हैं, I think उनकी qualification में और जो इनके trainers हैं, इनकी qualification में बहुत फर्क है। I think खाना अगर देखा जाए जो सारे इनके प्रोड्यूस है आर मोस्टली फ्रेश। आई थिंक दे हैव द बेस्ट वेजिटेबल्स इन द वर्ल्ड एंड द बेस्ट मीट यू कुड गेट। यू नो इट्स ऑल कैटल, ऑल द कैटल इज ग्रास फेड, ऑल द वेजिटेबल्स आर एक्सट्रीमली फ्रेश। You know, food doesn't get stored in you know, any kind of refrigerators before it comes to you. So I'm a big foodie and I enjoyed that a lot. And if you miss home, I also found so many Indians there that were very, very sweet and warm, who were performing on my songs, and I even had Indian food there. So I think it's got a great mix of experiencing new kind of people, new culture. You know, Maori culture in itself is so unique there. I got to experience and perform with the warriors there. I think their haka is a very, very intense and very thrilling experience to stand there and perform with them. You know, it makes you feel very, very proud and passive aggressive, not in a bad way. I think it pumps you up in a very, very good way for any activity that you're doing, which is which I also used to follow during the All Blacks. When I think that's also the reason that these guys keep winning, because they do the haka every time before, and it's a great edge over the opponent. So yeah, I think there's loads of difference, but yet I think there are loads of similarities as well in terms of you know, they also believe in welcoming their guest. हमारे यहाँ पे भी same चीज़ है. Our culture is to welcome our guests and you know, be extremely warm and welcoming to them. Yeah, so I think it's got an interesting mix of being different and yet being similar.
Yeah, Stephen, my question to you. Are you planning to give some kind of discount for Indian tourists to visit New Zealand?
Really good question.
A relevant question.
And it's one that I can't answer. No, look, my role, our role as a national tourism organisation is to market New Zealand to the world. We're not at the point of conversion in terms of actually selling New Zealand, especially at a discounted rate. And look, New Zealand is a destination that's an aspirational destination. We know that not everybody, we would love everybody to get there, but not everybody can get to New Zealand. But if you are lucky enough to enjoy New Zealand and get to New Zealand, it's a trip that you'll never forget.
You should see, in India we love ek ke upar ek free. If you want to follow that, you know.
Should I follow that?
Ek ke saath ek free is the thing. We have bada packet of soap,
yes.
Small packet free. So one adult,
yeah.
You can send the kid for free.
Okay, let me work on that one. I'll work on that one that could be our campaign next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ek ke saath ek free.
Yeah. We might focus on using Siddharth this time around, and then we'll use soap next time.
Smaller version.
Hi. Yeah. My question is to you. Since Siddharth has been there since 2 years, the marketing campaign is going on very well in India. But we all know that Siddharth also has followers in New Zealand as well. So back there home, how has been the response, especially from the New Zealand people?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the last part? I just couldn't
How popular has the campaign been among the Kiwis as well, and also the Indians living in New Zealand as well? So since he has quite a followers in New Zealand as well.
Sorry, can I just declare the campaign? Oh, the campaign. So
yeah.
So the campaign is designed to encourage Indians to visit New Zealand on holiday. So that's our sole purpose. However, there is over 180,000 Indians living in New Zealand who I know have been watching what we do in market in India with Siddharth very closely. So whilst it's designed to attract Indians coming to New Zealand, the Indians that are in New Zealand are really, really excited and feel naturally proud about having Siddharth as their New Zealand/Indian brand ambassador.
Okay. And also, since Siddharth is also interested in a lot of adventure activities and all, so are you planning to also really focus on the attractions to promote adventure activities in New Zealand, since this is also a growing segment in India? And you can also describe your experience with the adventure activities, the biking as well.
He wants to know about the adventure sports there and how you're promoting. Are you planning to promote more activities in India? You're asking him.
Yeah, what New Zealand is promoting the adventure activities from New Zealand.
Look, so we, obviously the types of activities that Siddharth enjoyed when he went down to New Zealand will form part of the campaign that we launch digitally here in market. But also a lot of what we do here digitally is obviously to drive people to our website, which one is one of the most visited destination websites in the world, which is newzealand.com. And on that website, you'll see a hub of whether it's food, culture, Māori culture, but also adventure activities. And we know that the Indian traveller, when they come to New Zealand, want to do as much as they possibly can. And whether that's adventure or culture, they will certainly try and achieve and do as much as they possibly can. And the good thing about New Zealand is that you can do that. You can pack a whole lot in a really short space of time.
Yeah, I think that's one quality. Definitely for all the adventure junkies in the world, I think they all know New Zealand. They all have been there, experienced one activity or the other, and I have gone there and experienced myself and realized why. Because it's extremely scenic to do any activity outdoors, because the kind of landscape they have, the kind of climate they have, and secondly, it's so safe. For example, it's the birthplace of bungee jumping. Like the world took over afterwards when they created bungee jumping, or even when you say zorbing, which is again a sport which is born in New Zealand. So I think for adventure sports or any adventure junkies, people and youngsters looking to experience the outdoors and have a little thrill, New Zealand is I think I don't even have to say it. It's a place that they have to go, because it is known around the world for its adventure sports, and I was lucky enough to go and experience all of them and have fun with it. So I'm happy and glad that they're promoting it still, and I hope they come up with some new cool sports.
Me too.
Fantastic. We'll just have one last question. Thank you.
Hi, this is Ravi Kumar from News Helpline. My question is to Siddharth. Siddharth, आपने कहा कि ट्रैवलिंग बहुत ही ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट होता है. एक आम नागरिक तो नॉर्मली ट्रैवल कर सकता है, लेकिन सेलिब्रिटीज के लिए काफ़ी मुश्किल हो जाता है ट्रैवलिंग करना, क्योंकि उनकी फैन फॉलोइंग होती है हर जगह. तो मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूँगा कितना डिफिकल्ट होता है एक सेलिब्रिटी के लिए ट्रैवल करना, बिकॉज यस्टरडे देयर वाज एन इंसिडेंट व्हेन SRK वाज ट्रैवलिंग बाय ट्रेन, तो बहुत ज़्यादा रिस्की हो गया था पूरा जर्नी. तो क्या कहेंगे आप इस पर?
आई थिंक फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल चाहे सेलिब्रिटी हो या डिपेंड करता है कहाँ ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं. अगर आप अपनी कंट्री में ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं, जहाँ पे लोग आपको जानते हैं, शक्ल से पहचानते हैं, आपकी पिक्चरें पसंद करते हैं, तो ऑब्वियसली आप उतना खुल के आप एक्टिविटीज़ या चीज़ें एक्सपीरियंस नहीं कर सकते, बिकॉज ट्रैवलिंग में जैसे अगर स्पेशली जब मैं ट्रैवल करता हूँ, आई लाइक टू ऑब्जर्व, बट अगर आप लोग आपको पहचानते हैं, यू बिकम ऑब्जर्व्ड, सो यू कांट ऑब्जर्व एनी मोर. लोग आपको देख रहे हैं, आप उनको नहीं देख पाएंगे, आप नॉर्मल चीज़ें नहीं कर पाएंगे. तो आई थिंक अगर आप इसी कंट्री में तो थोड़ा वो एक्सपीरियंस नहीं मिलता है, तभी मैं न्यूजीलैंड चले जाता हूँ, जहाँ पे कंपैरेटिवली कम लोग हैं और आसान हो जाता है. और जहाँ तक कि जो इंसिडेंट की बात है, इट्स वेरी अनफॉर्चुनेट एंड जो हुआ है, बट आई थिंक आई डोंट नो द एग्जैक्ट डिटेल्स ऑफ इट, बट इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि हम बाहर निकलना बंद कर दें. इट वाज एन एक्टिविटी व्हिच दे वर प्रमोटिंग देयर फिल्म, and it's a very unfortunate thing that happened there, and that's it. It's just very, very sad to know that somebody, this kind of accident has happened.
So that.
All right. So that one more question. We don't have time for one more question.
So that one question, it's fine. We can manage one question. It will take few seconds, I believe. So that the incident that happened, do you feel the precautionary measures were not taken, and as a fraternity, you feel that you should do such activities, when people go wild.
Sorry, what has happened? What?
The incident that has happened yesterday at Vadodara. Do you feel that the actors should just announce when they are doing such activities on Twitter, and because people came there and, a lot of people got hurt and one person died as well. So do you feel that you should be doing such activities in future as well?
I feel we should not be doing such activities. Sorry? Well, first of all, I didn't do it, so I don't know whether I should or I should not. So, सवाल मेरे ऊपर नहीं है. I think all of us are planning to promote our films, and it's a good intention to promote and get awareness about our movies. Marketing में हम लोग कब से करते आ रहे हैं. It's not the first time everybody is doing any marketing trip or going out and promoting their film. So I think it's a norm, but definitely what has happened is unfortunate, and nobody has planned for it. It's something that should not happen. I was not there to experience what has happened. I don't know कि क्या exactly हुआ है. I've also read it just जैसे आपने पढ़ा है. So I think there's nothing more to say. It's definitely something which is very, very sad and should never happen. And the authorities or whoever it is, or as I said, I'll be wrong in commenting on it because I don't know exact details. But it's very unfortunate, and I'm sure nobody has intentionally done something wrong. It's an accident which can happen anywhere.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you with that. And please note that we will also be doing a joint TV bite with the channels post the photo shoot. So we would request the channels to come forward post that as well. So for now, we just have the photographers to come in and have your pictures.
Pure New Zealand, launch हुआ है,
हाँ जी,
जिस तरह से पोर्ट्रे आपका लॉन्च हुआ है,
हाँ जी,
और जिस तरह से आप इनिशिएटिव ले रहे हैं प्रमोट करने का,
हाँ जी, यही कहना चाहूँगा कि आई थिंक जिससे पहले मैं किसी कंट्री का नाम लूँ, मैं पहले प्रमोट करने आया हूँ ट्रैवलिंग, क्योंकि बाहर निकलना बहुत ज़रूरी है. आप अपने घर से बाहर निकलेंगे तो आपको कुछ ज़्यादा समझ आएगा, शहर, दुनिया, लोगों का कल्चर, कंट्रीज. एंड आई थिंक मेरा दूसरा ट्रिप है न्यूजीलैंड में, एंड मुझे लगता है कि न्यूजीलैंड वन ऑफ द बेस्ट प्लेसेस टू ट्रैवल, टू एक्सपीरियंस, चाहे वो एडवेंचर स्पोर्ट हो, चाहे वो माओरी कल्चर हो, चाहे वो उनका खाना हो, उनके आउटडोर लैंडस्केप हो. आई थिंक बहुत कुछ है इस कंट्री में. मुझे बहुत मज़ा आया, एंड मैंने बहुत कुछ सीखा, बहुत कुछ एक्सपीरियंस किया इस कंट्री में. सो आई एम वेरी हैप्पी टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस कैंपेन सेकेंड ईयर राउंड, एंड होपफुली कि मैं जाते रहूँगा अगले आने वाले सालों में.
आपने कहा कि सेकेंड ईयर है, फर्स्ट टाइम जब आपको जब इसका ऑफर आया था,
हाँ जी,
इट इज कंसीडर्ड एज अ हेवन ऑफ द अर्थ, तो जब आया था ऑफर तो आपको फर्स्ट रिएक्शन क्या था उसको?
एक्चुअली फर्स्ट जो पहला साल जो हुआ था, बहुत ही अच्छा कोइंसिडेंस था कि मैं अपने मैनेजमेंट को बोल रहा था कि मेरे को छुट्टी मनानी है साल के एंड में, और मेरे को छुट्टी के लिए मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि न्यूजीलैंड जाऊँगा. सो उसी हफ्तों में, उसी महीने में कॉल आया कि अरे यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट गोइंग टू न्यूजीलैंड, तो न्यूजीलैंड टूरिज्म सोच रही है कि दे वांट यंग एक्टर, सेलिब्रिटी टू गो एंड एक्सपीरियंस द एडवेंचर स्पोर्ट. सो आई सेड अरे वाह, it happened at the right time, and I was very excited, and हमारी बातचीत हुई, and ये कैंपेन शुरू हुआ 1 साल पहले, और आज उसका दूसरा साल है, and I'm still very excited and happy to go there. I think इस बार मैंने काफ़ी नए शहर देखे, and मुझे ट्रैवलिंग बहुत पसंद है यार. So I was very happy to be part of this campaign second time around, and just go there and have fun.
स्टीवन ने बताया कि इंडियंस आर द मोस्ट ट्रैवलिंग न्यूजीलैंड,
in New Zealand, हाँ, correct.
तो किस तरह से देखते हैं इंडियंस जो है ट्रैवलिंग के मामले में तो काफ़ी हमारी तादाद ज़्यादा है, फिर भी आप ये कहते हैं कि ट्रैवलिंग ज़्यादा करो.
आई थिंक हमारे यहाँ पे फैसिलिटीज़ या आई थिंक एक एक्साइटमेंट लेवल कम हो जाता है. आई थिंक बाहर निकलने के लिए तो हम लोग सब एज हिंदुस्तानी, सबको बाहर जाने का बहुत शौक है, सबको वो इंटरनेशनल फ्लाइट लेने का बहुत शौक है. वो आई थिंक हमारे कल्चर में है, एंड बहुत अच्छी बात है कि लोग शायद जैसे अभी बताया इन लोगों ने कि न्यूजीलैंड में सबसे ज़्यादा हिंदुस्तानी आते हैं, which is I think a great thing, because मैं खुद वहाँ जाके आया हूँ. It's got such a positive, happy vibe that आपको अपनी छुट्टी में मज़ा ही आएगा. तो लाइफ में छुट्टी लेना बहुत ज़रूरी है, लाइफ में रिलैक्स करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. न्यूजीलैंड इज़ अ ग्रेट प्लेस टू डू दैट.
आप 2 ट्रिप पे गए थे, अकेले गए,
हाँ जी,
किसी को साथ में ले जाना हो तो किसको ले जाना?
मैं अकेले नहीं, मेरे साथ काफ़ी लोग थे, मेरे मैनेजर लेके स्टाइलिस्ट तक, तो पूरा मेरा गैंग गया था साथ में. बट अदरवाइज मैं डेफिनेटली अपनी फैमिली को लेने जाऊँगा. आई थिंक इस साल सैडली मैं अपने घर वालों के साथ कोई ट्रिप नहीं कर पाया. उनको मैं रिसेंटली शूट पे लेके आया था अपने आउटडोर पे, तो मैं चाहता हूँ कि डेफिनेटली अपने पूरे परिवार को लेकर. हम लोग सोच रहे थे कि वी शुड डू अ ड्रीम टीम. हमने जो टूर किया था कि वहाँ पे अगर मौका मिले तो पूरे ड्रीम टीम के दोस्तों को वहाँ जाके एक अच्छा सा परफॉर्मेंस करें. हाँ, एक्चुअली आप कुछ पूछ रहे थे, सॉरी. हाँ, जैसे
जैसा कि आपने बताया काला चश्मा
हाँ जी,
के
हाँ
बच्चे
जी,
आए।
हाँ जी।
तो आप इंडिया को वहाँ कितना ले जाएंगे, क्योंकि आप
आई थिंक
वहाँ उनको
इंडिया
attract करेंगे।
को इंट्रोडक्शन की ज़रूरत नहीं है किसी और कंट्री में। हम हिंदुस्तानी हर जगह है, पूरे ग्लोब में फैले हुए हैं। आई थिंक वो भी एक खासियत है हमारी कि हम किसी भी कंट्री में जाते हैं, वहाँ पे अगर आप चाहो तो डेफिनेटली हिंदुस्तानियों से मिल सकते हो, इंडियन फूड ट्राई कर सकते हो। तो मुझे एज सच इंडिया को वहाँ प्रमोट करने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ी, बल्कि मैं तो बहुत खुश था कि लोगों को गाने पसंद है, हमारे वहाँ की पिक्चरें पसंद हैं। वहाँ पे इंडियन पॉपुलेशन बहुत ज़्यादा है कंपैरेटिवली, बिकॉज बहुत ही छोटी कंट्री है, और उस छोटी कंट्री में अगर आपके देसी लोग मिलते हैं तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है। तो आई थिंक इंडिया नीड्स नो इंट्रोडक्शन एनीवेयर एल्स इन द वर्ल्ड। हाँ जी,
Obviously, you have been used for all your films and for your personal reasons too. And we've seen you with Arya, काफी चीजें रहती हैं।
हाँ,
पहले आप दोनों स्पॉट नहीं किए जाते थे साथ में, काफी खबरें आती थी, बट ऑफ हम देख रहे हैं आप दोनों को साथ में रिसेंट काइंड ऑफ वेडिंग।
हाँ जी।
So what's the status?
मतलब कि नहीं घूमूं उसके साथ स्पॉट नहीं हो जाओ। There's nothing about, आई थिंक स्पॉटिंग की बात नहीं है। आप पब्लिक जगह पे जाते हो तो आप लोग हर जगह होते हैं वहाँ पे फोटो खींचने के लिए, और अगर आप किसी के साथ एक साथ घुस रहे हैं किसी एंट्री में तो डेफिनेटली वी आर ऑल फ्रेंड्स एंड वेरी वेरी क्लोज। सो व्हाई शुड वी नॉट गेट क्लिक्ड। इसमें ऐसे कोई मेरे को समझ नहीं आया कि स्पॉट हो रहे हैं कि नहीं हो रहे हैं, या छुपाने वाली क्या बात है। किसी का फोन आ रहा है।
टूरिज्म जो है किसी भी कंट्री के कल्चर को किस तरीके से इनहांस करता है?
किसी भी कंट्री के कल्चर को आई थिंक जैसा कि वही अगेन कमिंग बैक टू दैट क्वेश्चन, किसी भी कंट्री के कल्चर को दिखाने के लिए यू नो टूरिज्म या लोगों का वहाँ पे आना बहुत ज़रूरी है। आप किसी को कहे सुने बता नहीं सकते कि यार इसका ये लोग वैसे हैं, ये लोग ऐसे हैं। आई थिंक कहे सुने पे ना जाए, खुद वहाँ बाहर जाके एक्सपीरियंस करे, यू नो, एंड आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट टेल्स यू ट्रूली अबाउट दैट कल्चर, कि वो कोई ऐसी चीज़ें क्यों करते हैं, ऐसे ऐसे कपड़े क्यों पहनते हैं, या खाना ऐसा क्यों बनता है और कैसे बनता है। तो आई थिंक वही आपको एक वेल राउंडेड यू नो यूनिवर्सल पर्सनैलिटी बनाता है आपकी, कि आपको पता है कि वहाँ के लोग कैसे हैं। आपकी सोच छोटी नहीं रहती, आपकी सोच बड़ी हो जाती है। सो या होपफुली यू नो न्यूजीलैंड, हम लोग यहाँ से न्यूजीलैंड जाएंगे, न्यूजीलैंड के लोग यहाँ आएंगे, एंड इट विल बी अ ग्रेट अमैलगमेशन ऑफ बोथ द कल्चर्स। स्टेटस ऑफ रीलोड इज ऑलमोस्ट डन। सिर्फ एक गाना बचा है एंड वी आर डन विद द फिल्म, and it's going to be coming out in August 25th. Me and Jacqueline, action film. I'm coming back with action, but ये action थोड़ा अलग है, इसमें थोड़ा humor भी है. I keep calling it popcorn action because इतना serious नहीं है. So yeah, very excited about the release, man. It's going to come out in August, and I start shooting Ittifaq next month, which is again a murder mystery, जो एक genre है जो मैंने कभी नहीं किया, and I think हमने कब से देखा नहीं. So very excited to start that. हाँ, मैं एक्चुअली मैंने प्लान वही कर रहा था कि मैं कल या आज दोनों देख पाऊँ अगर दिन में। मैंने कब से किया नहीं। कॉलेज में हम लोग करते थे कि बैक टू बैक 2 मूवीज देखना, तो मे बी आई डू मूवी मैराथन, तो जिसकी टिकट पहले मिलेगी वो देखूंगा। How would I define the word republic? Well, I think republic means different things to different people. You know, Republic Day is something that we, for example, in India, is something that we have to be proud and happy of. It's a very patriotic day, and you know, मेरे दादू खुद आर्म फोर्सेस से हैं, so it's something that always used to be a culture at home. And जब भी मेरा दादू was alive, he used to keep telling us stories of his war times. He was in the army. So I think, as I said, I think today it means different things, but you should definitely respect and understand what it goes into making a country republic, and you know how much the armed forces work for us, and कितनी मेहनत करते हैं, कितनी मुश्किल conditions में काम करते हैं, and you know how much it goes into giving us the safety and freedom. And yeah, I think and celebrate and be happy and protect your country. What do I do?
One wish from your end to the viewers.
On?
Republic Day.
Achha. Well, I think, well, first of all, a very happy Republic Day to all the viewers right here. And as I said before, I think understand and respect the armed forces. Realize कि वो लोग हमारे लिए कितनी सारी मेहनत करते हैं. तो first a big thank you to all of them, and lots of respect. And yeah, thank you to all the government forces who are working to protect us as well. I think we all have to work in hand. And Jai Hind. आई थिंक वहाँ पे जो खासियत है कि उनके जो प्रोड्यूस है सारे जो उनकी वेजिटेबल्स आते हैं वो फ्रेश आते हैं, वो भी कुछ भी इंपोर्ट नहीं करते हैं. तो आई हैड ट्राइड फॉर एग्जांपल देयर हमने एक हॉट पूल था वहाँ पे, विच इज़ आउटडोर नेचुरल हॉट पूल है, उसमें बिजली लगती नहीं, तो इंडिया के लिए काफ़ी अच्छा होगा, पर अनफॉर्चुनेटली हिंदुस्तान में ऐसे हॉट पूल्स नहीं है. तो उसमें मैंने डिबो के जब फिश और आलू डाले थे, सो आई थिंक दैट वाज वन ऑफ माय नाइसेस्ट मील दैट आई कुड कुक आउटडोर्स इन अ नेचुरल एनवायरनमेंट.
क्या नाम क्या था उस डिश का?
एक्चुअली वो डिश नहीं, वो जगह है, इट्स अ होंगी. आई थिंक वो एक उसमें इसको होंगी ही कहते हैं. इट्स अ कल्चर विद होंगी, व्हिच इज द स्टाइल हाउ दे कुक इन न्यूजीलैंड.
Thank you.
थैंक यू.